toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the LSU Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So LSU's offense will get the first swing of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Boone. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, they've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The defense was ready for that sneak attempt. They sealed up every crevice, nowhere to go.
And you know it's a predictable situation. You know it's short yardage. They want to run the quarterback scheme. Got to get penetration, and linebackers, boy, they got to jump over the pile, go meet him in the backfield. Nice job at the deep.
And the Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Off play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on it. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
Unloads to the wideout. Looking for the goal line. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Quarterback on the keeper. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to...
Turning it on! And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down into the 37. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
He'll pull it on the read. Finds a crease at the 20. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Kentucky going quickly. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. To the air, it's Peppers. The sweet feet buy a little time. It's complete! And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky. Extra point here would tie the game. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Smalls.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Now the play fake. Finds the tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. They've got a first down here to open the period. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking deep down the right side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. The defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Behind the chains now on second and long. Gonna look downfield again. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Wants to throw. It's Peppers. Using the quick game. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Kentucky right back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line to pick up the first down. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And it'll be down right there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Pulls and fires complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. How aggressive will they get on first and 10? They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU with the first and 10 here. They'll give it to him again. And nowhere to go this time, and he couldn't follow up the big run with another. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. The play action fake. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Yeah, how about about this defense, man. That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Safe completion on the screen. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Kentucky going quickly. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Peppers. It's complete on the right side. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Wildcats line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Lost to throw again. Quickly complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Smalls. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Caught behind the line. It's Boone. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. You're probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Running back searching for a hole. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. It's complete to the right. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Peppers. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got his man to the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. Gonna take a shot. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air, but when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it, make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Gets rid of it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Tight end finds a soft spot. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, when you're QB sneaking as a quarterback, you got to make a decision. You're going right or you're going left, and that's all predetermined based on how the defensive line lines up. That's decision there by the quarterback.
Hauls it in. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Tigers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Complete to the left. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Peppers. Scrambling away. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. On the move, he fires. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. He's at the touchdown. Bayou Bengals. How about this defense taking one back to the house? No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They're up by a field goal over UCLA. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's got his man, makes the grab. Tackle is made, but how about the toughness with this junior just standing in the fire and delivering the ball? Under fire. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it.
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's over. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Pulls it in. It's Ramsauer. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. Under fire. Makes the catch. It's Ramsauer.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Dropping back, it's Peppers. They'll run the screen. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Wildcats are in the hurry-up. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Wants to throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. The throw. Got his man on the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Give him 6. Touchdown, Wildcats! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Catch in the middle. It's Smalls. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. He's got him. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift, and I think the defense just did that by getting the takeaway.
Quarterback making checks. To throw, it's Peppers. Finds his tight end. He stopped at the 48. They pick up a 10 on the play. The Wildcats headed quickly to the line.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Makes the catch. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got his man. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Looking to throw. Big fella moving. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They could make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Caught near the sticks. It's Smalls. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Just keep slinging it. He's got it. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Oh, and he got a hand on it. It's blocked. And they got it.
Phenomenal awareness on that play. They get the block kick, but also locate where the ball is on the ground. Johnny on the spot scoops it up, and he's able to help his offense there, returning it into the opponent's territory.
Quarterback making adjustments. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Back to pass, it's Peppers. Looking for an open area to his left. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And it's good, and we're tied in the 4th quarter.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. The screen, he can go. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. And the Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He breaks a tackle. And he used that stiff arm as a sledgehammer to bludgeon his way to a few extra yards. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Boone. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He's knocked down, but what a way to come up with the interception. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Back to throw. It's Peppers. Keeps looking downfield. Going to try to get it himself. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. All knotted up in just a little bit of time left in regulation. To the air on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Here we go, set. Wants to throw on first down. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Wants to fire on second down. Bought a little time. Lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. It'll be 3rd and long. He might want another play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. You understand the celebration after taking the lead, guys, but this thing is not over yet.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
To the air on first down. Gets it out fast. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Catch inside the 25. And they fight them to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether